Cal, they announced that George is going to start game one. You've seen him the last month. What makes you confident that he's ready to handle this and pitching well?
Yeah, I mean, this last month's been great. Really been hitting his stride really well. And, we all know it's been there. It's just, fighting those injuries, trying to get into that consistent routine, and just kind of getting back into that, mentality and that kind of routine. So, we've seen him do it before in playoff games, both out of the pen and starting. So he's done it before, and I have a lot of confidence in him going tomorrow.
Go in the middle with Nico.
Cal, certainly one of the things you've mentioned so much with this team is how you guys have that ability to take it day by day, and that's what's made this group special. How do you balance that with obviously looking around and seeing how different it is now in this playoff atmosphere?
Yeah, I think obviously number one, enjoy it, take it in. We're gonna have a lot of fun and enjoy these games. It's what you play for all year, and this is the time where it gets fun. Everybody's gonna be on their feet. It's gonna be a packed house. It's gonna mean just a little more, obviously, being in the playoffs. So, we're excited, and it's just finding a way to take a deep breath here and there, and just resetting yourself every once in a while, every inning or so, or and just getting back to the basics and trying to keep it just like a regular game, which we obviously know it's not. But like I said, finding a way to get back to even, and taking that deep breath. So
Go in the back middle, Tyler.
Cal, for you, as the season went on and your home run totals escalated, did you notice a change in how pitchers approached you? And if you were getting less to hit, how did you make sure that you didn't miss the one pitch you might get?
Yeah, I mean, there was multiple times this year. It's a cat and mouse game. It always has been. It always will be. It's happened multiple times. Maybe this year it just happened a little more frequently than often, and it's just understanding. I got good better hitters behind me, so not trying to expand too much, not trying to feel like I have to get the job done myself, or I have to hit this amount of home runs or whatever it is. It's knowing that I go up there, swing at good pitches, try to hit the mistake like I always have, and try to keep it as simple as that.
And also, how have you been able to utilize this ballpark? I mean, we know it's a pitcher's ballpark, I guess, but you hit so many fly balls, more than most guys do. Did you tailor your swing to hit fly balls in this park, knowing that you have the power to get it out of there?
Not really. Obviously, I know my swing is my swing, and when things are going good, I'm getting extension, and when I get extension, usually it's when you're hitting line drives and balls in the air. So it's kind of what I've always tried to do. Not trying to lift, more so just trying to get extended. So I wouldn't say I've tailored it necessarily to this park, because it's not really a great park to hit in general. So just trying to put good swings on it, trying to hit the ball hard, and the rest will take care of itself.
Go to Ryan in the front.
Cal, the last time you played the Tigers, you had gotten swept in New York. You went into Detroit and swept them right before the All-Star break. What do you remember about that series, about how you guys played in that series, and can you really take anything away from it, considering it was right before the All-Star break?
I mean, yeah, it's been a long time. That's a really good team over there. They've been obviously they hit a little skid at the end of the year, but it happens to every team, and we know that we're gonna have our hands full this series with them. They're a really good ball club. They do a lot of things exceptionally well. Bat to ball. Really good staff, good bullpen. So we're obviously. We won the series, but we don't really put too much stock into that, because everything's different this time of year. So, like I said, we're gonna have our hands full. They're a very good ball club, and looking forward to the series. And this time of year, it's not gonna be easy, no matter who you face. So,
Come on your right to Dan.
Cal, I think it's been just a little over 6 months since you were sitting right here for the contract extension press conference. What has this past 6 months been like for you? Just the whirlwind of, the historical milestones, the All-Star week, winning the West. Just what's been just the roller coaster of an experience for you?
Yeah, it's been a crazy year. First off, obviously, getting to win the West, last week was something super special, and something we haven't done in 20 plus years, and it was just nice to enjoy it with the guys. Let the guard down, really just celebrate with them, and like I said, something that hasn't been done in a long time, so it meant a little more, doing that, and doing that was amazing. And yeah, with the rest of the stuff, contract, and then everything that kind of came after that with the hot start, and then the home run derby, and what felt like every single day, some stat being thrown around there, it being talked about on TV or whatever. So it was just crazy, something I never thought would happen, and something I don't really have much for it. It's just been a crazy kind of ride this year. So
Going left, Taryn.
Cal, you mentioned at the end of the regular season wanting to just instill to the rest of the clubhouse, like, stay in your routine, just keep doing what you've been doing. We've seen in the past couple scrimmages, the lineup especially, doing what it does, scoring with the homer, but also just getting on base and hitting in a variety of different ways. Just what have you noticed from the team over this bye, especially considering how this is a position that a lot of guys in the clubhouse haven't been in with the bye?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, the last 2 days I thought went really well. Went pretty smoothly. I thought it was good that guys were treating it kind of like a game situation. We were able to get out there, from all the small details, having, people in the stands, the PA announcer, the Jumbotron on in full uni. So just the small things like that, it was good to kind of just simulate a game and get out there, and guys were taking it pretty serious. Guys weren't, up there just hacking first pitch every time. We're working counts, working situations, and try to put the bow on it today. Finish up all the prep and get ready for tomorrow.
Go on the back left, Shannon.
Cal, you've got a lot of playoff experience on your team up and down the roster and with the starters and the bullpen as well. But what about the group that was there in 22, the experience that you guys had? What do you take from that and take into this time?
Yeah, I mean, with the, winning the wild card, getting to the DS last time, obviously we're in a little different position this time, and I think just, hopefully we can take something from it, not taking anything for granted. We played 3 tough games, but we just weren't able to finish those games against the Astros a couple of years ago, and understanding that it's important to finish, it's important to stay locked in, things like that, and hopefully we can combine that with obviously having a few other guys here as well who've been in the playoffs, Naylor, the big one that's kind of included in that. So we have guys that have been here before, which is nice, but we know that just not being satisfied and trying to, finish the job is going to be important this time.
Come on, second row on the right here. Katie.
Cal, the StatCast numbers on Kirby's sinker don't look all that different, but he has talked about how he's made a grip change, and obviously, just looking at the field, you see 14 punch outs. From your perspective, what is different about that pitch?
Than in years past, as you're saying? I mean, I don't really see a big difference in it. I know pitchers are always, it's the same thing with hitters. Like, sometimes you lean so far one way with a grip, and then you got to kind of go the other way with it, just to kind of get that movement profile back. So he's done a great job. I think for him, it's always come down to the locating. I think the stuff's always been there. But I think over this last month, he's done a really good job locating, and he's found that confidence with it. And, whatever it is, whether it's a grip situation or some cue that he has going on, it's doing what it's supposed to right now, for sure.
We'll stay on the right with Dan.
Cal, you've talked for years about your appreciation for the fans here. How much do you feel like this year in particular you've really connected with them more as your public profile continues to grow?
Yeah, I mean, they've been great all year long. They've been great, years prior too. So it's not like this is a new thing or anything. It's just it's kind of taken on a different level maybe than years past, and they've been amazing, and we're really looking forward to seeing them this week. I know they're excited for this weekend, and it's going to be a fun weekend for sure.